Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण। Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today is a Tuesday. It is Kartika Masa, Damodara Masa, Sukla Paksham, Saptami Tithi. So there are no Vaishnava events today, but apart from Kartika month, Kartika events. Yes, so we shall move into our daily Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, so Vidra's reflections after my three minutes explanations. So then, with these reflections, he is going to ask further more questions to inquire more about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So he had got a little bit of doubt about the living entities and then the Supreme Personality of Godhead, how they would come here and perform those pastimes, and how the living entity still in the presence of the Lord in the heart, still he would commit sinful activities. So with the explanation of Maitreya Muni, and then Vidra was now freed from such kind of doubts, and then he is reflecting himself uh, further. All his these doubts and these things, so they will be completely removed in the presence of Maitreya Muni by serving to the Maitreya Muni. So Yushma Sarana Sevayaham Paranude. Yushma Sarana. So, oh my dear Maitreya Muni, by serving to you, all such kind of doubts will be completely cleared out. And then he also mentioned by engaging oneself in the devotional service to the Lord, who is unchangeable, then all his material distresses will be completely relieved. यत्सेवया भगवतः कूटस्थस्य मधुद्विषः रधिरासो भवेत्येवरः पादयोः व्यसनार्दनः. And the attachment with the Lord, it will make him so to completely forget about his bodily condition of life. Ratiraso bhavetyevraha, tevraha, by engaging himself in the devotional service. And padayoho, at the lotus feet of the Lord, then vyasanardanaha. So after saying that one, Vidura further he's saying, people who has not done any kind of austerities and penances enough sufficiently, if they have not done it, then it is not possible for them to come to the temples and glorify the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Where in the temples, all the devotees come and glorify the Supreme Personality of Godhead every day. Okay, so likewise, Vidura is reflecting. So one has to render some service to the spiritual master and Vaishnavas. In such a way, he will accumulate some kind of austerities. That is called tapasya. Okay, so likewise, Vidra is mentioning, we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, chapter 7, verse number 20. दुरापाहि अल्पतपसः सेवा वैकुण्ठवत्मसु यत्रोपगीते नित्यं देवदेवो जनार्दनः. Durapahi alpatapasaha, rarely obtainable. Durapaha, it is very rare. Durapaha, Durapaha, he is certainly. Durapahi alpatapasaha, alpatapasa, one whose austerity is meager. They have not done enough austerities. Durapahi alpatapasaha. Seva Vaikunthavatmasu, and seva, that service unto the Mahatmas. who are always engaged in the devotional service of the Lord. Seva, the Vaikuntha Vatmasu, the Vaikuntha is the transcendental kingdom of God, Vatmasu on the path of. Yatropagiyate nityam, yatra upagiyate, wherein is glorified. Upagiyate, the Lord is being glorified all the time in the temples and everywhere by the devotees. And also, sometimes some of the devotees they sing the kirtans, like from the Samaveda Bruhat Sama. Samnam Bruhat Samaha. So Krishna also mentions out of Samaveda glorified, there is a Bruhat Sama. It is again very different tune. We do not generally hear at all. It is very rare. Krishna says that one, that kind of tune. Um, Glorifying Krishna in that tune, it is said that it represents him or he likes that. Bruhatsama. Okay, so here, Yatrupagite Nityam, where Krishna is glorified. Devadevo Janardanaha. Devadeva, he is the Lord of all the demigods. Devadeva Janardanaha, the controller of the living entities. Likewise, Vidra is mentioning. And people who have not done enough tapasya and austerities, it is not possible for them to come to the Lord and then glorify Him. So likewise, he is reflecting. Durapahi alpatapasaha seva vaikuntavatmasu yatropagita nityam devo devo janardanaha. Translation: persons whose austerity is meager can hardly obtain the service of the pure devotees who are progressive on the path back to the kingdom of Godhead, the Vaikunthas. The pure devotees engage 100% in glorifying the Supreme Lord, who is the Lord of the demigods and the son and the controller of all the living entities. Purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Okay, can I request unallocated Yudhina Sreshta Mataji, would you like to read the purport, Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandar Pranam, Hare Krishna devotees, Dandar Pranam. Thank you, Prabhuji. I will do. The part of the liberation, as the recommended by all the authorities is to the serve the Mahatma transcendentalites. As far as the Bhagavad Gita is concerned, the Mahatmas are the pure devotee who are on the part of Vaikuntha, the kingdom of God, and who always chant and hear to glories of the Lord rather than talk of dry, profitless philosophy. This system of association has been recommended since time immemorial. How to pronounce Prabhuji this one? Immemorial. But in this age of the quarrel and the hypocrisy, it is especially recommended by Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, even if one has no assist of the favorable authority. If he nevertheless takes the shelter of the Mahatmas who are engaged in the chanting and hearing the glories of the Lord, he is sure to make progress on the path back home, back to Godhead. Jagat Guru Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. So this one in this purport, Srila Prabhupada is describing the path of liberation as recommended by all authorities is to serve Mahatmas or the transcendentalists. So these Mahatmas, Mahatmanastu Mampardha Daivim Prakriti Mashritaha. So they're always taking the shelter of Daivim Prakriti, internal potency of the Lord, Radharani. And then engaging in themselves, Bhajanti Ananya Manaso. Always they engage in the Satatam Kirtayanto Mam. All the time, Nitya Yukta Upasate. So these are all the time engaged in the service of the Lord. They do not have any personal ambitions. So here, as far Bhagavad Gita is concerned, Mahatmas are the pure devotees who are on the path to Vaikuntha. So they are, by rendering service, they become very dear to the Lord. Yeah. This is Achyuta Priya Bandhavaha. Yanti uh, Anjasa Achyuta Padam. So they will go very easily to the Vaikuntha. Yanti Anjasa Achyuta Padam. Achyuta Priya Bandhavaha. They are very dear to the Lord. Okay, and who always chant and hear the glories of the Lord rather than talk of dry, profitless philosophy. So in this material world, whatever the talk it is speaking, so it is completely dry without Krishna in it. Okay, that is why here in the previously, Maitreya Muni also is mentioning that Adha Bhavam Vinishitya Pratitasya Api Natmanaha. There is no other reason for this. There is nothing in this material world. It is completely dry without Krishna consciousness. Okay, so this is the system of association has been recommended since time immemorial. Since time immemorial. So that's why, so if wherever we go, this sages and all, they also go together in the ashramas. They will make their ashramas. Some people go for severe austerities. They're in a lonely place, they perform severe austerities. That is different. But some of the ashramas, they will have got some huts in the forest areas, and so many people are there and performing just only the austerities. That is for association, especially for association. So, but in this age of quarrel, nowadays what happens is the government, even though they will go and there, occupy all those places and make them to work like everyone. They make them to come to the schools and then make them to servants of these industries. And it is a very horrible thing. That government system, it makes them, uh, it is again into the engage them in the horrible works, deviates them. Once they deviate, and in between they also try to do some kind of charity things like that. We are also developing temples, we are all, but that is all nonsense. First of all, they shouldn't have disturbed such kind of system. They should not force the education system to bring them to the schools and put them there. But every living entity knows what they wanted, but here they force us. But in this age of quarrel and hypocrisy, it is especially recommended by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is whenever Ramananda Raya and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu come together and discussing on these points. So what is the best thing? There, Ramananda Raya, he was mentioning about the Varnashrama Dharma, and later on Pashatapa, so performing some kind of atonement activities. And then, but still, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was not convinced all of those things. And then finally, it comes that coming in association of the devotees, glorifying the Lord, engaging in the devotional service, and in the mood of uh, gopis. So then he appreciated those points. So that is the highest level. That cannot, when in the association of the devotees, it is not possible to fall down because the devotees are always watching. Okay, but it is the kind of, it is a generally physical association, like coming to the devotees' homes like that. And also when we don't have opportunity to those physical association, then we have got only online associations only, just to speak only the sound vibrations. Okay, so and further, even if one has no assets of favorable austerity, if he nevertheless takes shelter of the Mahatmas who are engaged in the chanting and hearing the glories of the Lord, he is sure to make progress on the path back home, back to Godhead. Okay, so this is again taking shelter of the Mahatmas. So somewhere or other, engage little bit of service to them. So they will. Here in the Guruvastakam again, Shri Vigraharadhana Nityanana Shringara Mandira Madhya. What is that one? Shringara Mandira. So there is a in the Guruvastakam, Yuktasya Bhakt. he engages the devotees, engages Ninjatopi Vande Guru Shri Charanarvindam. They will engage and then they will ask you to chant, they will ask you to eat prasad, and they will ask you to do dance. And then it is so pleasing to do all these activities. Okay, likewise, here Prabhupada is describing, then he is sure to make progress on the path back to home, back to Godhead. And he also suggests that wake up and coming to the japa early in the morning, come to the disciplinary way. Whatever you are doing, you just make it as a streamlined. Okay, in such a way, spiritual master always suggests and guides the devotee, guides the disciples. Okay, so likewise, Drapasha Alpatapasah Seva Vaikuntavaatmasu Yatropajete Nityam Devo Devo Janardanaha. Okay, that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. So Vidra's reflection. Okay, so we shall move to the Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. Okay, so today letter to Karandhara, December 10th, 1970, Indore. Sorry, it is just only address. Okay, letter to Jay Pataka, December 13th, 1970, Indore. Okay, can I request other unallocated devotee to read this letter, please?
Hare Krishna, can I read this?
Yes, Mataji.
My dear Jai Pataka Maharaj, please accept my blessing. I beg to acknowledge receipt of your letter dated 9th December 1970. You write to say, we notice that even the communist protester cannot help smiling and answering back Hari Bol. So there is a sufficient hope to reform them by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu grace of chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. Kal Yuga is the fallen age. Fallen age undoubtedly, and there are different varieties of fallen souls in fallen souls in Calcutta. Sorry, say something. Sorry, you said something.
No, Mataji.
Okay. So there is a sufficient hope to reform them by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's grace of chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. Kali Yuga is the fallen age undoubtedly, and there are different variety of fallen souls in Calcutta. The so-called disturbance makers are also some of them. I went to America, and some of the souls were accepting by Lord Chaitanya, and today the Bengal being Bengal being Lord Chaitanya's place, they are in such pitiable condition. So I wish that some of you among my American disciples may try to reclaim this fallen soul to the order of Lord Chaitanya's Vaishnavite platform. When I was in Calcutta, many Naxalite and communist youth used to see me. They are arguing with me, but I defeated them smilingly. They left after offering me their respect. I think they can also be reformed provided we diagnose and administer the proper medicine for them. I'm not very much hopeless about Kolkata situation, or even if there is some risk, we should try to reform them, and if we are successful, the people of India will hold us to great estimation and adoration, and that will give us good that will give us good impetus for pushing on our movement Krishna consciousness. Although there are many places in Calcutta we can have at cheap price, my advice is that you try to raise this 1 lakh of rupees for advancing to the Hamilton people and keep it ready. I have already sent you a telegram reading like the following. If they accept 6.2 lakhs, I will immediately go there to complete transactions. So if the Hamilton people telegram and I am expecting your reply at any moment. The location of the Hamilton house is very nice and absolutely suitable for our purposes. In the meantime, I'm also addressing a one letter to the Hamilton Co. and the copy of which is enclosed herewith. Please do the needful. Keep yourself brave and fit to face the situation with faith and in Krishna and spiritual master. Let us do something tangible in Calcutta. Hope this will meet you in good health. Your ever well wishes, Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you, Mataji. Any takeaway points, Mataji, from this letter? Hare Krishna, Mataji. Any takeaway points, Mataji? Here and meet, Mataji.
You can hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you, Mataji.
Okay, sorry. Like Chaitanya Prabhupada wants to this Chaitanya Prabhu's movement, Hare Krishna conscious movement to to be everywhere, but but he was bit disappointed because in the Calcutta, they are in some of the Bengals where the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's place, they are not they are fallen and not in Krishna consciousness. So he just giving example that in American people also devotee has to accept this. So this has to be uh, we have to be try to get everybody to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement to fallen so to this fallen soul. We can make them to within a Krishna consciousness. So yeah, he was just trying to telling Prabhuji that yeah. So he was also mentioning that when he was in Calcutta, there was so many people, communist people come to him and and arguing about this about the Krishna consciousness, but afterwards they have respect him and and they do yeah. So we're just saying that we should and then we have to reform them because even though they are arguing, but afterwards they were defeated by the Prabhupada talk, and they and afterwards so we have to main thing is mentioned here. And then he was also mentioning about the Hamilton place, which was very nice place, and he's just talking about what is requirement to get that place, and and yeah. And then he also saying that please keep brave yourself and always Krishna will help and be faith with the Krishna and spiritual master. So that will be very important that we have to faith in Krishna and spiritual master. So then whatever we require, whatever is Krishna will help and can fulfill our Krishna is gone yeah. So it is very important that we have to faith on Guru, spiritual master, and Krishna.
Okay, thank you so much, Mataji. Very beautiful points. Any other points, dear devotees, you wanted to add? Okay, so that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. So here's one point mentioning here is the Prabhupada is varieties of fallen souls. There are different varieties of fallen souls. but there may be so many obstacles. Some souls are part of the human, some are in the non-human society also. They have fallen. So, but here, by presence of devotees chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra in such a way, giving opportunity for them to hear. Okay, so they can be elevated to the transcendental platform in due course of time. And here, I went to America, and some of the souls were accepted by Lord Chaitanya. And today, the Bengal being Lord Chaitanya's place, they are in such a pitiable condition. I wish that some of you among my American disciples may try to reclaim these fallen souls to the order of Chaitanya's Vaishnavite platform. So nowadays, the devotees community, the Sanatana Dharma, is being destroyed by somewhere by different kinds of cultures and ruining the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's this Vaishnavite platform. But it can be revived by chanting and then again being Krishna consciousness. Okay, Prabhupada was strongly aiming for that one. Okay, so this is one of the point Prabhupada's, but it is not only during that time, it always happens, always there will be disturbances. And here Prabhupada is mentioning, so there, when Prabhupada was in Calcutta, there is a Naxalite and communist youths used to seek Srila Prabhupada and they were arguing with Prabhupada, but Prabhupada defeated them smilingly. So they left after offering me their respects. I think they can be reformed provided we diagnose and administer the proper medicine for them. So here, this is the situation as of that time. Of course, still it is going on. There are so many societies, they will have got a different kinds of opinions. It is very difficult to bring all of them to me. But even if they come, if they do not accept but still they will offer their obeisances and their respects to the saintly people. But that is naturally it will come. This is Jataharsho Aptadbhuddhachito Labdha Manohridaha. It comes in the blood of the people who takes in the land of Bharat. They have always respects towards the saintly people. Jataharsho. Okay, Jatrago, Evam Vrata. So Prinam Kitte Jatana Rago Drusajita Uchaihi. This is Jata means naturally it will come. Okay, so likewise, Prabhupada has got so many hopes. But because of those hopes, now many of Srila Prabhupada's disciples, they are spreading Krishna consciousness in India. Okay, that is my takeaway from this letter. So as Mataji mentioned, keep yourself brave and fit to face situation with faith in Krishna and spiritual master. Okay, that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. Any other comments, dear devotees? Okay, so that is from the letter, and so we are nearly 7 o'clock now. It is time for the Mudrastakam. So by dear Sahiti and Digit. So Digit and Sahiti. So when you are ready, so kindly start the Mudrastakam. And the dear devotees, if anyone is doing lamp offering, kindly turn on the videos, please. Digit and Sahiti, kindly start. Yes, please.
नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्राजमानं यशोदार्यलोकलार्दवमानं परं दृष्टमत्यन्ततोदृत्यगोप्य कृदन्तं मुहुर्नेत्रयुग्मं व्रजन्तं कराम्बोजयुग्मेन सातङ्कनेत्रम् श्वासकं पात्रे रकाङ्ककन्तं Siddhartham Damodaram Bhaktivedam Iti Trupsulila Verananda Kunde Sadosham Nimajjantam Kyapayantam Tadyekshitamnesu Atejatatam Panaprematastam Saratavrati Vande Param Deva Moksham Mokshavadim Yachanyam Pranina Vareshadapiha Idam te vapurnada gopala balam Sadame manasya virastam kimanyay Idam te mukham boja matyanta nilay Pratam kuntumasminta raktasya gopya Moschum vitam bimba raktadaram me Manasya virastam malam lakshana bay Namo Deva Damoda Ananta Vishnu Asena Prabodhika Jaladimatnam Kripa Drishti Drishtyati Dinam Vatanam Urahane Shamam Anyam Yedyaksha Drishyam Kamanatmajo Banda Moche Bhayatva Paramochito Bhakti Vajo Kutaucha Tamha Prema Bhakti Svakamai Prayatcha Namo Pregroho Vishnu Namo Narayana Namaste Sudhamya Spuraditi Damne Vadiyudaya Tavaswasya Damne Namo Radhikaya Tvadiya Priyaya Namo Nathalilaya Devaya Tobhyam Namami Shwaram Satchidananda Rupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam Yashoda Viyolo Kalam Davamanam Param Dushtamutyanta Bhavati Gopya Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Jaya Radha Damodara Damodara Radha Damodara Shri Radhe Jaya Yashoda Damodara Yashoda Damodara Yashoda Damodara Shri Radhe Shri Radha Damodara Bhagavan ki Jai. Thank you, Saiti and Vijay. Would you like to read the translations, each one after another? That Vijay. You start with
To the Supreme Lord, whose form is the embodiment of eternal existence, knowledge, and bliss, whose sharp-shaped earrings are swinging to and fro, who is beautifully shining in the divine realm of Gokula, who, due to the offense of breaking the pot of yogurt that his mother was churning into butter and then stealing the butter that was kept hanging from a swing, is quickly running from the wooden grinding mortar in fear of Mother Yashoda, but who has been caught from behind by her, who ran after him with greater speed. To that Supreme Lord, Sri Damodaran, I offer my humble obeisances.
Seeing the whipping stick in his mother's hand, he is crying and rubbing his eyes again and again with his two lotus hands. His eyes are filled with fear, and the necklace of pearls around his neck, which is marked with 3 lines, like a conch shell, is shaking because of his quick breathing due to crying. To this Supreme Lord Sri Damodara, whose belly is bound not with ropes, but with his mother's pure love, I offer my humble obeisances.
By such childhood pastimes as this, He is drowning the inhabitants of Gokula in pools of ecstasy and is revealing to those devotees who are absorbed in knowledge of his supreme majesty and opulence that he is only conquered by devotees whose pure love is imbued with intimacy and is free from all conceptions of awe and reverence. With great love, I again offer my obeisances to Lord Damodara hundreds and hundreds of times.
O Lord, although you are able to give all kinds of benedictions, I do not pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon which may be obtained by executing the 9 processes of bhakti. O Lord, I simply wish that this form of yours as Balagopala in Vrindavana may manifest in my heart. For what is the use of me of any other boon besides this?
O Lord, your lotus face, which is encircled by locks of soft black hair tinged with red, is kissed again and again by Mother Yashoda, and your lips are reddish like the bimba fruit. May this beautiful vision of your lotus face be ever manifest in my heart. Thousands and thousands of other benedictions are of no use to me.
O Supreme Godhead, I offer my obeisances unto you, O Damodara, O Ananta, O Vishnu, O Master, O my Lord. Be pleased upon me by showering your glance of mercy upon me. Deliver this poor ignorant fool who is immersed in the ocean of otherworldly sorrows and become visible to my eyes.
O Lord Damodara, just as the 2 sons of Kovera, Manigriva and Nalakobara were delivered from the curse of Narada and made into great devotees by you in your form as a baby tied with rope to a wooden grinding mortar. In the same way, please give to me your own prema bhakti. I only long for this and have no desire for any kind of liberation.
O Damodara, I first of all offer my obeisances to the brilliantly effulgent robe which binds your belly. I then offer my obeisances to your belly, which is the abode of the entire universe. I humbly bow down to your most beloved Srimati Radharani, and I offer all obeisances to you, the Supreme Lord who displays unlimited pastimes.
श्री राधा दामोदर भगवान की
Jai.
Jai.
जय.
Beautiful. Hare Krishna Prabhuji and Mataji. Hare Bol.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Swati and Vijay. Yes, that is from Damodar Ashtakam. Thank you so much, Dena Sreshta Mataji, Javed Mataji, and Meena Mataji, Digit and Swati, for kindly engaging yourself in this Gilam offering and singing Damodar Ashtakam. Thank you so much. Okay, that is from Damodar Ashtakam. Okay, so and from the announcements point of view, so today is 28th of October, Tuesday. And again, Meena Mataji's preaching practice session at 8 p.m. Okay, that is from the event's perspective. And the devotees, if you have got any other updates or you wanted to share anything on Krishna consciousness, kindly share. Hare Krishna. Okay, if there are no updates, then we shall conclude and continue with further japa. Vanchakalpatarubhyasya कृपा
The Ruby Kripa Sindhu Pranam Pavane Vaishnavi
नमो
Namo
नमः.
Ananta Koti Vaishnavinda Ki Jai Prabhupada Bhaktavinda Ki Jai. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Krishna Prabhupada. Hare Krishna. Devotees. Hare Krishna.